Alright, what's gaming, gamers? How are y'all gaming today? I come to you live with some gaming until I get tired of gaming. Wow, how exciting. Super based. Hi, Minoshi. How are you doing? Let's pull up my deck tracker. Make sure that's on. Make sure that's running. Make sure we're hooking into the game. OBS, hello? Hello? What's going on? You would after that. That's a good intro. I don't know what you're talking about. Where we last ended, the new season had just started. We have one legal deck in Standard, and fortunately, it's a solid deck. We finished, I thought we were lower than this. We finished at Gold 295 LP. We climbed very well last time. We established the baseline of our goals for this new season, and we kind of, like, learned some new, like, you know, ways of thinking. I brought Darian on to kind of remind me of some of the principles that I'd forgotten. Off stream, after this, what I did is I went back, I updated some of my old notes. Like, I keep kind of a OneNote for this game as well, even though I don't share that because, you know, it's obviously rougher and it's more of a guide for myself. I digitized all my core principles that I was keeping during the first 2 seasons on this page. So now there's a list. I made a little note of, like, what options I need to consider on a turn and what my mindset is going to sort of be. And I got a deeper understanding of my own deck by explicitly writing out its purpose statement. So really good stuff. And now, like, the primary goals for today, I want to continue learning, like, what the new decks on ladder are. It looks like by numbers, I am statistically likely to run into a lot of Samira Fizz, even though I did not last time. It looks like we did figure out what one of the better Jack decks is, and it turns out to be Jack Seraphine. It turns out Karma Set is actually quite good, even though Set did not look like he was going to be a big powerhouse. He does a lot for the Karma strategy, apparently. And yeah, so that's kind of where things seem to be settling. It looks like I'm likely to run into Quinn Gwen. It looks like I'm likely to run into Caitlyn Timo, as we experienced last time, although that's not super, super positive. And yeah, I'm pretty much just going to first really on my own, like, not really, I'm not going to really vocalize this to the stream. I'm going to really get a feel for what my mind is doing during a Legends of Runeterra game and, like, making sure that mindset is good. Because I want that automatic. I want that, like, I want that not consuming my energy to kind of be in the zone of a lore game, like, but I have to spend a little bit of energy being aware of what's going on in there, you know? I'm getting inspired to make content again now that I'm, like, slowing down and like, looking into myself. I've got a really banger video essay about Hades that's, gonna get written really soon. It sounds abysmal to play against. It's actually pretty easy to deal with if you happen to be able to remove their value engines super early. It's not too I don't think my matchup into it is negative at all. Because I have beat down win conditions, yeah. So yeah, let's, I'm just going to get my notes, like, ready a little bit. Today is March 31st. I'm playing Jace Heimer again. Of course, my primary goal is, identify problem decks. So my primary goal today is just identify what I really don't understand and what I'm going to need to scrim. It does sound tilting. So that's my goal. Of course, that means the goal is not just to win. So we have something other than climbing, because when the goal is winning, there's only one thing that matters, and that sucks, and that's no fun. So let's see what we queue into today. We queue into Elites. Wow, I'm vintage matchup. Now, I think Elites has changed a little bit because they lost, they lost Sharp Sight. They still have single combat. Where is an updated Elites list? Here it is. And they're not running the dog Wait, they're still running the dog? I don't know if this is an old list. Yeah, it has Sharp Sight in it, so it can't be the modern one. This one has Form Up, and it does still run the dog. So Form Up is the new version. It's better Sharp Sight. I can't mull for Thermo anymore, but I've got my Mystic Shot. I've got my... this is actually kind of cool, but I would like to find something a little more proactive. If I already have my Mystic Shot, then I don't need to worry about other value engines. Although I'm more likely to be able to kill it with Soul Harvest. And then playing the board with Forge Chief, maybe not that bad. I don't think this is a perfect mull strategy, to be honest. But we're going to take this one and fish for something more proactive. Right. Now, oh, that's really funny. My options, I mean, this is turn 1, and turn 1 is, like, entirely... I've learned very recently about, like, System 1 and System 2 thinking. Okay, you're willing to trade that away. And, like, the automated stuff does not consume... I've realized, like, so many of my anxiety symptoms, so many of my, like, tilt sprees, they're caused, like, by... basically, like, glucose consumption from being, like, overly analytical. I'm going to develop out Reggie, and that leaves me with a good option. Like, this is effectively a soft pass, continues... Okay, I'm going to take Vengeance into this deck, even though I have Hexbliterator. Wait! Oh, I'm a fool! I should have taken Ruination! What am I doing? I'm a fool! Why didn't I take... And that is an example of defaulting to the wrong type of thinking.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
I would be spending 2 units on...
She kicks, huh?
Let's see if we can get out a combat trick. Like, there would be no reason. They would just simply take this. Okay.
Keep it up.
Great. I know that didn't get a lot of Forge Chief value. However, I can now force them to... I can make them use something to keep their Badger Bear alive. That would leave me with only 1, and it would allow me to play combat well, so I'm going to take this. So you're going to have to use a combat trick if you want to strike this turn. You're going to have to use a form-up. You're going to have to commit a single combat to get value out of something. Otherwise, I just... Yep, so here it is. Probably a form-up. No, form-up is burst, right? What's that new card? So that's going to be a single combat. So now we know for sure, we know with absolute certainty, there is a single combat in hand. There is 100% a single combat. I'm going to soft pass by spending my attack token, because I have no value out of my attack token right now. We find Garen, and Garen dies. Now this takes us to turn 6, and I will have another Hexbliterator, I will have another Vengeance. We know they have a single combat in hand. Don't think I need to spend the Shock Blast right now, because that can develop into my win con. My options are Soul Harvest, Shock Blast, Hexbliterator, Piltover, Tellstones, Vengeance, Mystic Shot. They're sitting on 6 cards in hand with 4 mana, including 2 unit mana, so something slightly more threatening could come out if I waste my Mystic Shot. I don't really care much about Reggie on the board. This is not representing a threatening board whatsoever. Although there's no sense in... I mean, this is one of the best targets for this card anyway, because they have a lot of big health units. Right. I'm still fishing for my own win conditions. They are not here yet. That's funny. I will pass. I mean, at this point, we actually have to start considering using a...
It's dangerous out there. Take this.
Okay, so Form Up beats this, but it forces them to use a combat trick defensively. Which would not be bad. However, this would be very likely to... Okay, it doesn't get its value. Beautiful.
Beaten down.
Okay, that's kind of whatever. I would take 4, or I could save this and, like, just keep fishing for my own... I mean, I can just... I don't have card advantage right now. Taking 4 is not the end of the world. Okay. I mean, bleeding some mana here is a little unfortunate, but it's not my priority as a control player to be concerned about that. And we're really just drawing all of our removal instead of any win conditions. So yeah, it's looking increasingly like I want to save this Shock Blast if possible. If they open attack me here, it's not that Wait, what the fuck is this card? To play, spend all your mana. I've never seen this card in my life. Might of the Vanguard. If 9+ mana was spent, grant other elite allies +2/+2. So that's going to be threatening, like, 8 damage on me, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to respond with an Aftershock onto this guy, which is going to leave me at 7. I can just play the stack if I wanted to. That's an 11/11 vanilla. Now I just don't have any units on the board right now, so I'll have to spend a Vengeance on it, which is a little unfortunate, but if I top deck at Albus, that probably instantaneously wins the game with like what I've been playing. We've gone to 9, no win conditions in sight. Never mind, win condition in sight. If I were to play this on 10, what would be the consequence? Worst case, Jarvan comes out. I mean, worst case, Champion Strength on nothing comes out. There'd be, like, very few consequences to actually going proactive here. Such a weird hand to play out. Like, I'm the one with the attack token, so no matter what, this can't be that threatening. More than a little unfortunate with this pull here. I will swing just because I'm so wide. Is this Judgment? Is this Judgment? Why do you have Judgment? Why do you have Judgment in this deck? My bad, I should have played around Judgment. Yeah, this is not an orthodox elites list. This is using a lot of strange cards that I just don't know about. Alright, this is fucking annoying at this point, so... I mean, they could play Jarvan off of this, and that would represent, like, a lot more threat. So, I mean, I think I'm probably best to play an Aftershock here, which does risk losing to a combat trick and taking a bunch of extra damage, but it leaves me, like, with Vengeance, with Hexbliterator. What the hell is this hand, dude? Alright, so now nothing threatening can actually come out, so... we go ahead and do this, and we're going to be annoying. There's a world where the draw 3 is necessary. That's entirely possible. And that's absolutely a line I should be considering after this game, right? Well... okay, yeah, they're trying to cause some serious problems here. I am obligated to swing. They're going to let me. Makes sense. Champion Strength. And what we're going to do is we're going to Hexbliterate, and we're not going to be that threatened at all in this attack. They're going to deal 6 to my Nexus, which... this is actually starting to get very annoying. And I mean, the open attack could be a problem now. Why is my hand the way that it is? Wait, what? The only line I mean, we wouldn't lose to a second for Demacia, so... Please give me a better pull, like something usable. I would appreciate that. We have an Armored Stomper, the worst turret in the game. This is... Is that really what your concern is? The barrier is your concern? I guess they've just been holding onto the Purify the whole game and they're mad. Wow, this is one of the weirdest hands I've ever played out. It's so unpleasant. I have 0 win cons. If I top deck Albus here, I am ecstatic. There's some shenanigans afoot. Golden Aegis, Relentless Pursuit? Like, what is going on here? Why did you just use that form up? There's still a single combat in hand, no? Yeah, okay. I guess that was necessary, like... Immediate removal is no longer a priority when we have this many chump blockers. We just have to decide what we value now, right? Okay, happy with that. I'll accept it and I won't attack. That's such a waste of your Fur Demacia if you use that. Cythria. Very high likelihood of this being favorable. The only thing I'd get blown out by is Second Judgment. This was a useless card anyway. Yep, I'll take it. Repost, okay. So it was another weird combat trick. What is this guy banking on? I don't think... Yeah, so this guy doesn't have any win conditions anymore, which is nice.
What could have been?
He's just gonna try to use 4 Demacia, and he can't push that damage. Oh! Extremely based draw here. So I am going to open with a formula and accept the pass. I am not going to play out Heimerdinger because that would be called suicide. I'm going to pass. The second card is not a significant threat. Beautiful. Skiff block. We finally get to play our Heimer.
Answers, I have them.
And what we're going to do is we're going to instantaneously... Oh my god, Albus. We're going to instantaneously formula into Albus. Finally, we have everything we need to win the game. There's also a Mystic Shot in here for good measure. Florvigon added on top of that, and now the game is won. So, like, we were never under any threats. It was just annoying. Yeah. I finally drew one of the win conditions in my deck, and therefore, we win.
Calculated.
I'm gonna call that elites, but weird. And immediately we're back in game gold 1. And pretty high, too. Like, I'm surprised at how much LP I'm gaining, but... That was the weirdest game I think I've ever played on this deck. Like, that was not orthodox. That was absolutely not normal. What's my big takeaway from that? Okay, Reggie decisions should not be automated. Mine wasn't necessarily wrong, but I don't need to be... No. But I have to at least autopilot with matchup knowledge. That's what we'll conclude from that one. Lovely. That was a long game. Consider when immediate answering of threats needs to take. Well, I was doing that pretty well, I think, this game. Or like that last game. We are against scouts. I haven't seen scouts in a really, really, really long time. So let's see if we can find a list. Quinn. Misfortune Quinn is, in fact, back. And I'm going to have to watch out. So they're probably running Dark and Aegis. They're probably running Dark Steel or Bright Steel Protector. They're running a lot of really easily removable, like, cheap units. And Misfortune dies to Shock Blast, but Quinn does not. Although Misfortune comes out on 3, and it would probably be wise to keep this whole set of circumstances. Yeah, this looks like a pretty solid curve. So I'm going to obviously play the Forge Chief.
Let's get to work.
Felt like that game wasn't nearly as close. Oh, I don't feel like that game was close, though, is the thing.
Gear up. Keep it up.
I mean, I can look back on it, but, like, maybe it was just... I mean, I drew it out, but I'm the one who is favored when I draw it out. Petrosite Broadwing. It's, like, worst case... Okay, so the worst curve would be Bright Steel here.
No prey.
It ends up being
no
Misfortune.
pay.
So what I'm going to do is... this. And it's just really efficient removal on them both. And that seriously stalls out their game plan. Now, I do have formula lines, and those are nice. Nice to have. Okay, they're going to accept it. Not exactly what I had in mind, but... I'm on 8. This would leave me on 5, and that's not okay to play at an assembly line.
Demacian needs heroes.
Now, unfortunately for me, I have a triple formula hand, and that's really goddamn annoying. So... I mean, this is not removable by Valor, not easily. But Quinn is likely to push some damage. Just because my responses are quite poor. Maybe that pass was... I'm going to watch that pass back. Once I have more knowledge of the deck. This could pull me, like, at best, Mystic Shot, and that's not good enough. I'm going to play the Handler.
Next tech coming through.
Does this pull a combat trick out? Yeah, I was about to say. Do you
Scouting
really
ahead.
want Valor dead there? Like... If I soften Quinn like this, then the Handler can deal with her. On we actually have a form up onto Valor. Okay.
Valor. Let's go, people.
So Quinn's gonna push 3, and that's okay.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
That's really not that threatening a line. Okay, so now I have 9 mana total. The obvious opener does include a formula in it just because it's so scuffed, and that leaves me with 6 exactly. That's a Soul Harvest. Which is honestly kind of based. I think I'm gonna go for it and try to pull out a combat trick on a really unfavorable turn for them. I think I'm gonna go for it, and then, like, worst case scenario... Yeah, okay, Quinn is dead. So I'm not gonna be able to develop very easily, and that is actually kind of a problem. Oh, dude! Yeah, I really would have wanted Jace now if I knew that was in the list. Stony Suppressor. Oh, I could have known that was in the list is the issue. Well, damn, that's really, really gross. And yeah, now they're just developing like a maniac, so I think my line was incorrect. I think I should have just not jumped to kill Quinn right away. I think I was too hasty. Never mind. They are certainly playing a line. That fucking... Oh, this is hard to deal with now. I feel like I misplayed a lot this game. This would not leave me with a Mystic Shot, which is really unpleasant. Okay. I mean, this is the only one that really saves any Nexus health at all, so... Valor trades with one of the men. Quinn won't flip.
Still heart, steady aim. Foul!
You're gonna pull that one, that's okay.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
Attacking with anything more. Okay, so we're going to choose to... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open with Jace next turn. I'm gonna attempt to use him to threaten the suppressor. Jace will flip. I'm going to immediately attack the suppressor.
Hextech cannon, tested and primed.
I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Is this real?
Hextech engaged.
This isn't real, right?
The ocean whispers.
Oh, the development is absurd, dude. This would cost 6 total. It would cost 6 to aftershock someone. Wow, that's devastating. They're swinging with a lot. They're swinging 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They're swinging 17 total next turn, so... I can't play the men anymore. The men are illegal. Best line I have, I think, is... Mystic U. The big unit. They might develop something more. A relentless pursuit is what they develop. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh, I've lost the game. I've lost the game. I don't think there's a single way out of this one.
This is our way. Trick shot.
No reason not to, I suppose.
Watch this.
Justice takes flight.
Quinn flips, so it's now attack, summon Valor, challenging the strongest enemy. God damn. Okay, so... The suppressor is ridiculous!
Every wave is
Island Navigator. If I were to cast this, I would be left with 5. And so that's not okay, because this costs 7. My only real line is to play the men.
Use of tech.
Fortunately, it's a lot of men.
Little help.
So I might actually survive now.
blessed is motion.
Still heart, steady aim. Valor, to me!
This suppressor is such a problem. Like, it's so dumb. Man, you. We trade you. Wait, what the fuck do you mean? The first time an ally... Oh. Yeah, alright, we have to trade an extra man. Sucks. Could be a top deck combat trick. So we do have to be aware of that. But I mean, getting rid of their board is a huge deal. This Stony Suppressor must die for me to be able to play, like, anything. There's a form up, so they top decked a form up, or something along those lines.
Chalk it up to luck.
Watch out! Oh!
You'll pay.
And now Quinn can die because you've used your form up on Valor to kill Jace, which did not
like
seem
hunting
necessary
thresher
when the second Valor would have done the same. You've misplayed, and you know it. Yep, you know it. You know it. You fucked up. Thank goodness we draw this now, because, like, the game has become playable again. Are you... We can play! Hello, Wizrak, how are you doing? Quinn has died. Frankly, I should have played a formula line. I always miss the formula lines. That's really sloppy by me. Really, really bad missed formula. I always miss the formula lines. I even wrote that in my own notes. I have to pay attention to the formula lines. Not a great top deck, but... And nice, we endured. I think I misplayed that one significantly, so I'm going to rewatch turn 4. Yeah, because I think that game should have gotten a lot scarier for me. I think I played that wrongly. Now, I don't know what the alternative would have been right now, so, like, let's just keep an eye out. Let me just pull this up for you guys. Here we are. Okay, so this is well beyond turn 4. Okay, so this turn, no complaints here. I think I stifled them very well. This turn... This turn, they had a minor mana advantage. Jace had nothing to challenge right away. I would have had to force them to develop something. If I were to pass now, it would equalize the mana and kind of reduce whatever advantage they have there, while kind of permitting them to go first. So that was my rationale for passing. I didn't think it would be that big a deal if they accepted this. They did accept this, and ultimately what happened is they got to play out the Stony Suppressor. Which made my game... Well, they played Quinn first, and I realized, like, look at my hand. I don't have anything good to answer Quinn with. It's like, what am I going to do? Like, I could not have anticipated the men. And truthfully, I think the men might be a good play here. I could not anticipate drawing the men. I did know I had a ton of formulas, and my only removal in hand is Jace. So, and the only unit on the board is Forge Chief. Does that mean that equalizing the mana is actually ideal here? I end up choosing to play Hextech Handler so we can trade more favorably. They spend a form up, they push 3, and then here I formula Soul Harvest, right? Here I formula end up drawing into the Soul Harvest and decide that's my best play into Quinn. That is incorrect in terms of lineup theory, because my best response to Quinn is actually Jace Mystic Shots, Soul Harvest onto Stony Suppressor. Now that I know Stony Suppressor is in that deck, this is my best way of dealing with it. I think it may have been wasteful. So I'll fought for you like 4 through 6. I passed on 4 to equalize mana, but I didn't have good removal or counter develop in hand. Slamming Jace. Maybe more pressure. Soul Harvest used badly on 6 as lineup theory says this is best answer to Stony Suppressor. I had Jace plus Mystic for Quinn plus combat, Quinn plus form up. So that's what I'm going to write for myself. That's what I'm going to write. Okay. So I'm not necessarily regretting the concept of that pass on 4, but I'm not sure that situation with that hand called for it. I think there were like better opportunities multiple times to proactively play my Jace 1 and use him as my primary removal engine. Caitlyn. Okay, we're playing against Draft Pile. And so, again, a deck that I need to deal with. Okay, so Piltover and Tailstones is really good into both of their, like, all of their value engines. If Reggie finds Shock Blast, that's high value, but that's kind of a gamble, right? Shock Blast is amazing here. I think I'm gonna actually mull away Reggie, but the rest of it, I'm not gonna proactively play an assembly line on... I think I don't want 6-cost Brain Rot here. I think I just want my tools to deal with their engines. Now, Forge of Tomorrow is kind of a weird one then. But now we have a hand that has double Mystic Shot plus Aftershock. Like, this hand is so good at dealing with this deck now. I'm super happy. Aftershock is my best into Caitlyn, and Aftershock is my best into Puffcat Peddler. And I'm almost surely going to be using Aftershock every time this game. We now have a formula, which I have to consider might be the best play before I Mystic Shot. And actually almost certainly is going to be the best play before I Mystic Shot with this hand.
Another day in the field.
You're gone.
My collection.
Forge and Formula have anti-synergy. I would like to soft pass and see what's going on here. Just guarantee my value. You are playing Caitlyn. You are playing Caitlyn. The flash bombs are not that big a deal for me, and she's not an immediate priority for removal. I believe... Wait a minute, I can transmogulate something too, which is kind of funny, but... I'll play the men.
Tech's good. Not sure about the workers though.
Let's investigate.
I can foresee greater value next turn out of the man, so I'm going to skip this block and allow Caitlyn to hit.
Laying the groundwork.
We're going to Formula, which is a bit redundant. It hits the man. We find a Soul Harvest, which we can't use on Caitlyn just yet. But now, Soul Harvest has become the best answer to Puffcat Peddler.
There was a little fella asking for me.
And they've played the Puffcat Peddler before they can have a bunch of burst spells, because this is before the Wump guy. What's his face? The big Wump. The big Wump. Because we now have a solid board as well, I mean, there could be a second Puffcat Peddler, and then I'd be a bit unhappy. That would lock me out of that line. I do not want to let them... I mean, so I beat Teemo if I play Hextech Handler, but I'm not in any rush right now, right? I'm not in any rush whatsoever. So why don't we swing with both and see what happens? Okay. They're going to give me both. Conchologist is not something that scares me.
Astounding curiosities Risks lie ahead.
A Puffcat Peddler could still show up. This would leave me on, again... Oh, that would leave me on 4, actually. That's enough for a Piltover Tailstones. Plus Aftershock line. So I'm going to take that now.
All right, Nugget. What you got for
I'm going to take that now. Which might look a little, yeah, weirdly sequenced, but unfortunately for you... That's exactly what I was concerned about. So, we beat that line.
my pretties?
Scoping the area.
Okay, Caitlyn's starting to become a problem now, so, Wait, not that. That's not how that works at all. I've just revealed that I have a spell now. Fuck. We're gonna skip the block.
Now we wait.
Nothing high value here. Karina.
What brings you here?
Wait, that's a
Business
weird
and pleasure,
Karina,
sure.
isn't it? Like, that's a very strange Karina to play. Okay, I mean, I will safely generate the men now. Like, very safely generate the men. Jace flips.
over.
That kind of sucks.
Practice,
Okay,
as they
Caitlyn's
say,
actually a
makes
problem now that
perfect.
she's flipped. Because she will just start damaging the Nexus like crazy. And I don't have any removal right away. So... What I'm gonna do is I'm actually... That's strike. Fuck me. Ooh, that's actually full strike. Okay, so hang on. I can afford 4 damage to Nexus on my own attack. So what I'm going to do, if Caitlyn blocks at all, she is not happy with that. I'm trying to make room for Heimerdinger. Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Turning
that's
yourself
fine.
in.
Lovely. I get the Mystic onto Caitlyn. I do take 4. This was a known consequence of the play I took. And that's okay. Now, this deck could still have Mystic shots of their own. That's a real consideration. I can't actually answer that one this time, so we're gonna have to live with it, and I'm gonna have to, like... That's the 3rd Puffcat Peddler, and I've run out of removal. So now it's time to play Heimerdinger, and...
To be the problem.
He's, like...
They grow up so fast.
So annoying. Oh my god, dude. And now Heimerdinger's really susceptible to... fuck, to flash bombs. It hits the man. Beautiful, beautiful. So the Perilous Pastry is gonna beat my Heimer, and I only have slow spells. So, wow, that fucking sucks a lot, actually. So I have to deal with this. Eight flash bombs, 12 puff caps.
I've memorized all the battle
When I'm summoned around end, plant 3-foot traps are doubled when activated. Jesus Christ, can you fucking maybe not do that? I'm gonna play this solely as a blocker, and I'm going to pray something really good comes off my production surge. So, trade you.
Let's go, people.
Your flash bombs can't do anything anymore. And if I top deck some burn, that's awesome, because I can pull a Mystic Shot or a Shock Blast. Woohoo! 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 Woohoo!
Ah, nuts.
I'm just better. It's just a skill difference. What can I say? Like... Okay, another W, another no review. But my point. The enemy gamer may be drawing well, but I'm drawing better! And what are we going to take as our takeaway from that game? Actually, that's I'm going to ask Darian whether Floor Be Gone is heavily devalued in that matchup, because I'm concerned that I played my Heimerdinger a little too early if I only had slows in my spell hand and they were playing P and Z. But I'm also, I mean, I also don't know if Floor Be Gone would have done anything or was likely to do anything. Because one flash bomb and all that setup's gone. Okay, Karma set. This is new. So I don't fully understand how this works yet. I've played against it once. I played against it on Wednesday. I'm going to mull away the production surge because I've learned some new production surge principles. This is Hexbliterator, so they have Mystic Shot. I still need to play around Tag Out. Removal is very, very hard. Pit Professional trades poorly into my assembly line, so I'll keep that. They have High Notes, they have Mystic Shots, they have Caustic Rifts, they have Concussive Palms, they have, oh my god, and Deny too. Yeah, assembly line has to be played on 6. Or on 3, rather. Okay, we'll play like this. Yeah, well, they do want to get Enlightened. Oh my goodness, look at this hand.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
Okay, so what's likely going to happen is I'm going to swing with my Forge Chief, and they're going to High Note it, which is really going to be depressing. Or they're going to Mystic Shot. Wait a minute, this is Targon. Wait, this is the bad deck. Wait, this is the bad deck. Oh my god. This is the bad version. This is the one that has like a 43% win rate. Okay, what does this have? Cosmic Youngling, Attentive Accountant, Solari Priestess. It has Star Shaping, Hush, Pale Cascade. They don't have any removal. It's just Concussive Palm and Hush and Pale Cascade and Guiding Touch and a Star Shaping for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna pass here and just, okay. I was just looking up your deck. So, I mean, they have to go first. It may be Shock Blast, it may be Assembly Line. I get to know which is best, which is awesome. Solari Priestess is here. Solari Priestess. And I mean, like... yeah, cause...
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
I really don't want that Attentive Accountant continually creating coins. So... I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Because removing this is unnecessary when I can play the board instead. I just saw Karma set and I assumed it was the good one. But it wasn't. A Mystic Shot is awfully convenient here.
Let's get to work.
Second Forge Chief is value. I mean, the only downside is I do not guarantee this trade anymore.
Nice drink or news?
Ah.
Got both.
And then create a... I mean, I can use this to trade
Coming through.
positively enough, right?
Believe or
Yep,
burn.
yep. I'm going to choose to do this and neutralize the board. And then I will have just enough mana to play out either my men or a Hexbliterator or a Vengeance.
Let's go, people.
Neither's the good one. The good one has like a 54% win rate right now by these numbers. People are making set work and Karma work, like. The Warrior. I know it's day 3. I'm just saying it's functional right now, and I don't have the game knowledge to call it bad. But isn't that like an actually good win con? Like, hey, I'm working here. I don't gotta go first. You go first. Wait, that's a mistake, isn't it? Fuck. Alright, they accepted that. Hey, Heimer's here. Sweet. Does Set natively have Challenger? Actually, I can check here. He does. They can still play Set. Oh, this is really uncomfortable. I don't have any way to get Heimer out plus Next turn I'll have 8. I'll have 11. 11's perfect, actually. They want to strike with that. They want to strike with that. They're going to strike with it. Yep. Now Sets cannot threaten me. We play Heimerdinger.
Seems to be the problem.
Oh, this list that I'm looking at doesn't have Sunburst in it. You know, I'm going to start assuming that every Targon deck ever has Sunburst. That seems to be a winning strategy. Soft pass with Reggie.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man.
So annoying. Stop it. End round. I mean, we have to start trying to win at this point, no? Fuck it. It's not a super high value production surge. There's a deny. They get to play something which is probably Set. It's actually Pit Professional. They're starting to really get some coins now. I mean, that deny is out, so the deny is not going to work on Vengeance, which is kind of nice. Still no clean way of doing this, so, I mean, I'm gonna dump... I mean, we're gonna end up playing Forge of Tomorrow into Assembly Line. That seems to be the best. I mean, this also gives me the option of playing Vengeance instead if you want to develop something out. Which ideally you don't want to do. There's gonna be a big unit. I have 1 Vengeance, 1 Hexpliterator. The Hexpliterator can beat Set. Set's level of condition is you've spent 40 mana. I don't know if he has to see that. They're now enlightened, which is absolutely a problem. Oh, but we're kind of salvaging it now that Albus is here. Albus would leave me with enough mana to Vengeance something, and so I'm going to play Albus.
The future is what I make it.
That shit needs a Jace on the board to deal with. And that's definitely not my favorite, and that trades away Albus. So... really unlucky. The 7 to the enemy nexus is not worth it.
Let's hear it!
Not that threatening of an attack. I'm only taking 5. Wait. Oh, is my math wrong? Yeah, that's 5 and then 6. Okay. I don't need to rush to remove that elusive, because Jace is going to do it for me, and now I can...
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Chase.
Will do, Axel. Replicating the power spike.
Might be hasty, but Karma will die too. Like... I tag. I'm not playing around recalls. I forgot how fucking hard it is to remove these guys. Oh, well, you're playing. Are you playing it back out? You can't do it this turn without spending your coins. It's a real big waste of your coins, so... Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Huge open attack for me. Huge open attack for me.
Let's get started.
Something I said.
Money matters.
This one's on me.
It's not a Jace's shock blast.
Oh no.
I have 13 right now. There is no penalty whatsoever to playing this out. They have Deny Mana still. So Set's finally showed his face.
Time to give 'em a show.
Set is just a removal engine and won't run the won't end the game, right? Create a showstopper once you spend 7. Showstopper obliterates any enemy. Actually, that is absolutely not okay because I need Albus to win the game. Therefore, I must attempt to deal with him, and unfortunately, any combat trick stops this. Or deny. That's second deny. Okay. Alright, it's time. Just obliterate an enemy. Time for Albus to go.
Why don't you sit this one out?
It turns him upside down. That's so funny. We have a destroyer on the field now, and that's not something I can remove. Oh! Second Albus!
Welcome to the
Game changing!
Scalper for a smash.
Absolutely game changing. And you have no rallies and no direct damage.
Oh, watch out!
I mean, the worst case scenario is now concussive palm. I just need my Albus to get out and to attack. Is it worth? What do I need to play around here? Concussive palm. Open concussive palm is the worst. I mean, there could be another sunburst in here is the issue. And I would lose so hard to another sunburst if I were to play Albus right now. But I would lose to that no matter what. It's just, this loses to sunburst no matter what. It always beats palm. It would lose to tag out? Like offensive enemy tag out? There's too many threats, but the threats aren't going away. I'm gonna pass and see what happens. Actually, there's no reason to not use my pass button here. I think the only way. Play Albus this turn, attack started next turn. Yeah, see, I was just hoping to get some development out, and I didn't end up getting development out. Now, however, I have the Heimerdinger win con, so I'm going to try to force the Albus win con first. If they have an answer to the Albus win con, I have the Jace win con, and I have the Heimerdinger win con. We end up getting we lose to Set's Facebreaker, which is not a spell that I considered. Oh, now we've lost the game because Destroyer open attacks.
Ha, hit him with the old one too.
That fucking sucks, actually.
Oh, is that for me, Nugget? Hey, Meg, whip up anything special for tonight?
I call it pit grit. It's got cherries.
I think they're trying to find a showstopper. Following stop. I've lost this game. Oh my god.
This one's gonna hurt. I promise.
I did not just lose to a Set Karma Targon variant because of the Destroyer and Falling Star.
Get paid.
That's... Alright, that sums up my experience. I have beaten a shit ton of like 50% win rate decks, 55% win rate decks, but the one that has like 42% win rate, that's the one I lose to. And the real reason I lost is not because of what they were playing. The real reason is because playing Albus on the turn before he attacked beat more lines than what I did. It simply would have beaten more lines. Playing Albus the turn before he attacked loses only to Sunburst, which I lose to anyway. That line beats more stun options. That's in reality, like, does not equal win rate against my deck. Well, it's still, I mean, okay, let me go look up the stats for it then. Against what are the early win rates for? Okay, champions. Karma. The early statistics against my deck. Okay, I want to see Karma and sets. I want to see both of them. I want to see more than just the P and Z version. The P and Z version is apparently very favored against my deck, but with a statistically insignificant sample size. Yeah, this site's not showing me what I need to know, but... Still, very frustrating defeat, because I did have a line that was more consistent. And I didn't take it. Okay, so here's the better version of the deck that I just lost to. I'm losing right now I'm using Runeterra AR because it's the only site I actually know about. We have to keep the vent. So yeah, this is the better version of the deck I just lost to. And it's apparently not great for me, and I don't know how it works. So this is just gonna have a shit ton of removal. And Jace is not very efficient removal here either, and I would really have to answer set with just a Vengeance. And they have Pit Professional. They're going to try to go slow. I want to try to beat the beatdown a little more. This is a very bad hand then. Okay. Sure. And this is what I mulled away because it won't be useful in this matchup, so that fucking blows. We'll choose to play this because it's the most consistent proactive thing. They could only respond with the Mixologist, which would... Not the Mixologist, the, what's his face? Thank you. Oh, this is really, really deep. Pit Professional is the card I was talking about. And if we trade units, then that's fine by me. And it is what ends up happening. You're going to spend a main deck Aftershock. which is not in the orthodox list. So, okay, that's in the next most popular list. Okay. There could be a clockling, and there could be an acorn then. That's new. Well, you see, I would really rather not. Do you know what would be funny? What if Jace ate some removal that Heimerdinger would be
I fight for a
happy
brighter
with?
tomorrow.
I want Jace to eat removal here. That's actually his purpose. That's why I'm playing him. So this is the Clockling version, and I think it's almost certain they're using, like, this exact list that I'm looking at right now. Mystic Shot, kind of funny. You're not going to have any Vengeances. You have to get through 4 health. It's a bit of a gamble. It does expose Heimerdinger to...
Sure beats the smell of burning workshops.
Well, actually, it doesn't expose Heimerdinger to anything specific. Like Aftershock plus... Second Aftershock, and there's only 2 on this list, plus High Note or Mystic Shot. Or it could be double Mystic, or it could be High Note plus Mystic, or something. Like, it could be any one of those. But it would be very difficult for me to find a spot where Heimerdinger can be played plus his 6 cost, like, on the same turn.
You can almost hear those cogs turning.
So they're playing another Clockling, and these are very... I mean, these are good units, don't get me wrong, but, okay.
Hextech engaged.
I'm gonna use Jace to take one of them out. And now I can get hit by a High Note, and I think it's pretty likely I will be. I didn't. Okay. Then draw 1 and reduce its cost by 1. That's a good effect. That's a good effect.
Technique is for lightweights.
Okay. I get a Flurry Begone. Why are we spending our coins here? The Mystic Jace. Oh my god! Okay, it's fine. I got my Flurry Begone. I got my Flurry Begone. They don't get any valuable attack at all. They swing with that. I Mystic it. I get an Evolution turret, which isn't going to do too much. I'm Mysticking it solely so my Flurry Begone actually pushes through. But we've now... Okay, that's fine. It's fine that Set's alive. I still have a Hexbliterator. It's a little harder to gain value out of, but it should still be okay.
Everything can use an upgrade!
Tag Out is a very good card. Yeah, I think it's excellent. And I wrote in my notes last time that I'm really going to have to deal with it. I think I might have slightly misplayed here. I mean, I'm going to try to pull a Vengeance off Reggie then. I wanted my board to be, like, marginally more threatening, and I was kind of treating this kind of like a soft pass, but I'm now left with 5 mana rather than 6, which, locks me out of Hexbliterator, so if they choose to replay Set, like, they're not going to choose to replay Set. They're going to choose something different. They're trying to remove my Flurry Begone. They will stun my Flurry Begone instead. We do find another Vengeance, and I do not want a Ruination in this matchup.
Love me some Reggie.
Love me some Reggie. I'm not going to swing with Jace right now, actually. Nor with Heimerdinger, so I think this is the highest value attack I have. And yeah, we'll take that. Push 5 damage. I'm in a pretty good position. Bank all the spell mana I need. We're gonna have to find a way to deal with Set. Because Jace is not flipped yet, is the thing. I'd like to clear out some board space, so I don't want to overuse my removal. The Showstopper. This is a good card. I mean, I know it's very conditional. Like, you only get it every so often, but that's a good card.
I'm the boss.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
So, it is likely that there's going to be another tag out. Formula? I'm going to pull Formula. I'm going to pull Formula.
Hey, figured out the clutch in that thing yet?
Get on in. You can tell me.
So what I'm going to choose to do this time is 52 mana for the first one. That's true. That's true and real. When I'm attacking, I can't take damage or die. So they could abruptly flip set with a 3-cost spell here is the issue.
This is the cutting edge of progress.
So for that reason, I'm actually going to let this particular Florbegon die, so that it's more likely that my card works. Then I'm going to play the Florbegon. I'm going to see what they want to do. They could have 4 mana. They play Acorn. This probably still loses to tag out, but the upside of what it does is it's... Actually, I'm going to choose to do this one instead. Jace duplicates it. I get 2 Florbegons. I play them both out. I'm going to replace my Reggies. It loses the tag out, but they've already spent 1. It's likely they have a second. They're going to want to use it. Acorn's actually a cool tech for dealing with exactly this deck, now that I think about it. I wonder if that's why it's teched this way. Okay. And I can use Jace to pull away Acorn. So I'm threatening a lot of fucking damage now. This is absolute... Yep, this is lethal. Good line, Quinn. Good line. Good line.
Gonna mark today down as a success.
Yeah! We're back very quickly. Hooray! Hooray! I wish it was faster to build up the vault just by playing ranked games, but... Okay, now that's not really an achievement anymore. This is just, like, good progress for, early climb, right? What is this? Who released this? Where did this come from? I know it obviously just released, but I've never seen... I didn't see this on Twitter. I didn't see this on promotional material. I didn't see this on... anything. A 43% win rate's not 0, and a 54% win rate's not 100. True, yeah. That's kind of true. Ooh, what are we gonna get? Something garbage? I hope it's something garbage. I hope it's something garbage. No, I mean, nothing's really garbage or funny here. So we have to... I was thinking the same thing, Karibo. I think we will take the Chompers. We'll take something that actually might see play. So... What's my quest rate now? Can I get this off quickly? Like, what is it? Oh, whatever it is, I already accomplished it. Chomper. I haven't kept up with rotation much at all, so. What's my takeaway from that game? I had a good line early. I keep failing to consider tap out. Fortunately, this deck struggles to remove value engines. Actually, that's not true at all. Fortunately, enemy does not exert board pressure. So I'm just keeping a note to myself. Did I still play the correct line on the tap out turn? I may have just wasted something. I may have been too hasty in attacking sets, and I don't remember if I mean, let's find out then. If that's actually a question that I can't answer, let's find the answer to that. Well, that's actually super convenient. The stream went straight to that turn, and then I backed up for a second, not realizing I was already there. But okay, here's the turn. Set is going to swing, right? So they play set. They have a coin, a singular coin. Was there so that's actually the no, they were able to play tap out even without it. So this creates a floor be gone regardless of what I do, which does actually create the argument that, you know, I still got value out of going for this, and I still did prevent set from declaring any reasonable attack, right? So I still got significant value out of this. Although the correct answer is there is no reason to rush it and to not like I can just let set leave or I can let set enter combat, and that's not a problem at all, right? Because if I let set, I did not give my opponent any opportunity to misplay here. I didn't give my so if I gave my opponent the opportunity to misplay, they don't have an answer to vengeance either way that isn't tap out. So I do think that was a minor misplay, but not a major misplay. I don't think the cards that they have would punish me for allowing set to attack, especially since he's not about to flip and will not suddenly say I can't take damage or die while attacking, which is such a funny bit of text. That's hysterical. Action Echo. Guys, is this guy trying to play an infinite? Is that what's happening here? Is this guy trying to play an infinite? I could have at least forced them to spend the coin first. Yeah. I think I can afford to keep Heimer here, actually. Beautiful. Shock Blast. Allow them to go first, because if they play Akshan, then he's worth shooting in the head before he can be protected. And if they don't do that, then
I don't need rules to know good from bad.
I know Akshan's already gotten the Warlord's Palace off, and that's really all he cares about, but they're never gonna play pre-flipped Echo, so Secret Keeper. Create at the bottom of your deck too. Oh, it's modern ARAM. Oh dear. I'm gonna choose to take 2 damage so I can just stifle his landmark. And so there can be no Sandy deny. This buys me a vengeance on 5 if I need one. I feel like some absolute, No, I'll take an assembly line. I'll play the board.
Awesome day for progress.
I'll play the board. Clockling here. So now they're fishing for their champions. I wonder if this is a printer. Like... They'll chump Reggie with this guy and he won't get value. I don't know what value he's getting exactly. He'll like slightly preserve my Nexus health. The augmented cockling. Albus isn't strong. Jace isn't ready. I mean, I'll play the Jace from... No, there's no urgency here. Let's start getting Heimerdinger going. They're running Hexbliterator. Okay, so... Okay, that is fair. That leaves me with 4.
Hey, big man, you ready to get inventing?
All day.
I can still play Reggie for more value later. They're still fishing for the champions. I don't want to keep getting chipped away, and I want my future potential Florbigons to matter, so... I can use Jace here. I could now get hit by a Mystic Shot, and that would be okay. Because I do have a second Jace in hand. Piercing Darkness could actually be quite good this game.
Hey, figured out the clutch in that thing yet?
Get on in. You can tell me.
They're actually just fishing for their funny little combos.
See what I've learned?
Oh, come on, dude.
Come on.
Stop chipping away at me. This is annoying.
Thanks.
Let's start advancing. I mean, there's no need to play Albus when he's going to do, like, pretty much nothing. I'm doing this solely to advance Jace. It probably would have been better to play the board with the men at this point. Yeah, exactly. I really want to hold piercing until Jace is flipped, but then I just heal to full, which is very funny. However, I hard lose to... Okay, Echo is showing.
Science, Echo.
Oh boy, I've got to outsmart a dude with a hammer.
This leaves me on 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have 11. That leaves me on 5. Little unpleasant, but... Low-key kind of want to open with the men. I don't know what that does for me. I don't know if the Shock Blast is too hasty when something worse can go. I mean, what worse? What is the thing that could possibly be worse? It's just a random level 2 champion, which I have Vengeance for.
Tomorrow has never looked so good.
We flip Jace so he becomes harder to remove. That's the first thing we're going to do. He gets Hexbliterated, which is fucking hysterical, so I really should not have done that then, but...
Testing.
Oh well. I can pull another Jace anyway. I have Albus. Like, it'll be okay. They're still fishing for their funny champion. They find second Echo.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
Both of these are going to be allowed to strike.
Buckle up.
You never learn.
What? Oh, they predict to flip Echo, so he surprise, like, lives. Yeah, okay, I see. And that's Scrying Sand, so he doesn't even take any damage, and she doesn't strike.
I love it when things converge like that.
I burn your time trick by ending round. Assembly line is here. I have 12. That does not leave me with enough to play Albus. I mean, he's intentionally awkwardly costed. They have used 2 Hexpliterators, so it's going to be very hard to deal with Albus.
Our stories, our struggles have built
If you have
this
leveled a
empire.
champion, allies have... Well, that's just annoying. That's what that is. That's just annoying. We could see a Sandy deny on this, and that would be kind of fun. We won't. Grant an ally elusive, and oh, you're so annoying, man. Well, you're almost out of cards, and I have serious card advantage, so I think I'm just gonna prevent them from drawing. I think that's probably the best. Just keep their options very, very low. You had a Chrono Break. Okay, well, fortunately, the Echo is... Wait, it's fully permanently revived them. Oh, yeah, so that really, 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 really sucks. That is actually terrible that one of their cards was Chrono Break.
All coming back to me now.
Okay, Albus is absolutely the most threatening thing I can throw at this board now, so we have to do it.
The future is what I make it.
Like, I have to make them feel very unpleasant right now.
We look ahead.
I'm very thankful you spent your elusive. That's super good for me. We have dealt 7 to the enemy nexus. There's a Forsaken Bakai here. All I need to do is survive this turn, and I will have won the game. That's all I need to do, and the Forge of Tomorrow will actually help me to do that.
We must tell our stories, lest they be forgotten.
Really? That's your draw? Okay, huge draw, huge draw, huge draw, huge draw. If they open attack, I actually have an answer to the Bakai now. What? That's one of the... Really? Fucking really? That's what you pulled. You pulled Aatrox. The second Camo Cloaker? What the fuck is this high roll?
Speak.
Come on, then.
What? They had literally the exact cards at every turn. The only possible line that would win this this game, like every time.
Scalper for a smack you.
What the actual fuck? Are you for real? How do you lose a game like that? you lose a game like that? Are you... What can I even take away from that? I have to watch that Chrono Break turn again. Okay, so how many times did they predict after Echo flipped? How many times did they predict? Oh my god! The scrying stance itself found their Chrono Break. The scrying sands that flipped him found their Chrono Break. What? Are you for... Wait, what? Hang on, no, something's wrong. When did the predict occur? Oh, no, it was before. It was before the Chrono Breaks were shuffled in. Oh my fucking god. No, they... Okay, so yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong about when that occurred. They naturally top-decked a Chrono Break. Then one of the random champions they generated happens to be Aatrox 2. Then, the only other card they had in their hand turned Echo Elusive. The odds of me losing this game are fucking infinitesimally low. But I lost. Like, okay, I can appreciate the sheer comedy in what just happened, okay? I can appreciate that. But I want you guys to remember that about 60% of my active attention at any given time is on emotional regulation. So I'm gonna be right back. Wait, how does the green cup look? I'm gonna get some extra sugars in me. So I have a glass of lemonade. Watched a really cool video today, and I'm going to test its validity. It did cite a lot of academic papers and books. Described the two core types of thinking. Mode 1 thinking is like the fast play, like the what I would ascribe to intuitive skills. Mode 2 is the analytical side, the slow problem-solving one. Basically saying how important having the intuition parts are. It turns out being in like active analytical thinking, which I'm in almost all the time, which isn't necessarily good, increases heart rate, tenses muscles. I'm like, oh, that would explain quite a bit about my physical condition, and also actively burns a ton of glucose. So it turns out getting a bunch of extra sugar, and apparently you need that energy to have good emotional regulation and to like prevent yourself from full burning out. So I'm going to try introducing more sugars to my diet through stuff like lemonade, because I do a lot of deep thinky things, and I do struggle with that sort of thing, and I want to see if it helps, right? Extremely giga-based paradox. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that game sucked. What do you even say about a game where, like, you only lost because of, like, the universe conspiring against you? What do you even say to a game like that? I'm obviously not supposed to play around Chrono Break, right? I'm not supposed to play around Top Deck Chrono Break, right? Like, that can't be correct. I mean, I guess I literally can't have a takeaway from that one, right? Like, sometimes they just have the nuts. That's up. I mean, like, yeah, okay. No, I can't have a real... Sometimes I just have to, like, let the game go, because there can't be a takeaway on that particular one. That doesn't seem like a real bit of advice. This is Samira Misfortune, which seems to be someone's brew. Oh, no, it's not. It's not someone's brew. It's not a popular, and it's not a winning deck. Okay, I get the Samira package. Just, this is going to be aggro. It's the new version of Pirate aggro. That's what this is. It's the new version of Pirate aggro. So, realistically, I can't keep anything but this. Okay. Actually, big pull. That lets me deal with Elegant Edge or Jagged Butcher on one, right? Which they're not going to play, because that means they don't have a Daring Demolisher in hand, or they don't have one of the other two. Are there any value engines? Inferna is a value engine. What the fuck is Inferna? When you activate Plunder, draw 1, give it fleeting, 1/5 elusive. Probably getting hit by it. There's no Brothers Ball. What is that card? Well, that would be a better target for my... I'm just going to play the Soul Harvest anyway, because I have 2 Soul Harvest hand. Yeah, this is going to be the response to next Inferno, but this one right here.
Watch your backs. Take the shot or lose the chance.
There she is.
Hex tech coming through.
Samira things begin. So yeah, she's just gonna keep. Samira decks don't have, to my knowledge, they don't have outstanding removal, but they do have outstanding burn. There's a meaningful chance they open attack, but I think I mean,
Looking for trouble?
oh my
It
god.
found you.
Oh my god.
Come on, you
Oh,
silly lot.
all out,
Where's
okay.
your spirit?
I forgot about All Out. It's a really good card. Now, they don't have many cards in hand.
My kind
That's
of
an elegant edge.
gorgeous and deadly.
Okay, so how am I going to...
No problem.
Samira will not flip. Wait a minute. Resets... Oh, she can do it on my turn now. She's actually highly likely to flip on my turn. Ooh, I don't have immediate good removal. I mean, I think I can still mitigate this easily enough. Just nothing can survive Samira. So so you're fearsome. If you're fearsome, you don't get any further value, so you may as well save some Nexus health. Yeah. A top deck Mystic Shot would be everything here. Forge or tomorrow. I mean, the only way you can get All Out is by having a 2 Samira hand. So the odds of them having it a second time, the odds of them having that a second time are very, very, very low. They're likely to have Stylish Shot. The odds of them having 2 burst spells to play right now after, I mean, that's 2 warning shots, right? No, just one. Just one. It's a flare and a warning shot. I kind of think I have to prevent Samira from flipping, and so I'm going to kill her. Yeah, I didn't get the strike. Right. And in hindsight, actually, major misplay. I should have taken more damage. I should have taken more damage. You actually found a fucking...
Just when you thought you'd seen it all.
She still only has 3, but she did flip for next Samira. I should have taken more damage to force my Forge Chief to flip so I would have a Shock Blast. That would have been the better play. That would have been the better play, because now I'm going to take 3 more. Never mind, they developed into something that dies to Shock Blast. I have 8. I will have 5 when I'm done. I'm greeting right in their face. Yep, that's... that's the Manifest a Follower card, right? A non-champion card from the enemy's hand? Oh, fuck you! No, really, fuck you! What do you pull? That is... extremely non-threatening. You don't have enough mod... Why is it coded like that? That's fucking annoying, actually. Then it's best for me to do this.
Come on, then.
Is this really the best way to do it? No, it's not. This is the best way to do it.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
Actually, I would have had spell mana for Mystic Shot as well. Now I can have that anyway.
Everything can use an upgrade!
We pulled a floor begon. Kind of funny. Oh, Hextech Handler! That's why! That's why this happened. Because ordinarily that wouldn't have flipped timer. That wouldn't have been enough. But I forgot about my interaction with Hextech Handler. I read somewhere, it's like, yeah, this production surge always flips timer. But I'm like, why? Why does it do that? That doesn't make sense.
Rise, my creation!
Powder Pandemonium. Give... that's kind of funny. Well, you guys are annoying. Suppose there's actually no rush then. Very unlikely to... Albus. It's so unnecessary, but... Okay, there was a major misplay.
Truly remarkable!
Major misplay on... Was it 5? Was it 5? Hang on. Let me show you guys what I mean. No, it was way sooner than that. It was on 3. Forge Chief should have struck. Taking more damage on that turn, but setting up next Shock Blast plus saving blocker for development. That's a major misplay on 3. What champ should you unlock in Path of Champions? I'm personally very partial to Gwen, but to be honest, I don't even know what most of the champs in Path do. So, I'm the wrong person to ask. Okay, Weirdo Elites list with Kale. Because they don't have the Allegiance guy anymore. So this is... I saw this on Twitter. Someone made this. What is it? Who made it? The list that I saw, it was a Mihira deck. Okay, we're keeping that Mystic Shot for Battlesmith, for Mihira. I mean, we're keeping Jace for Mihira. We're keeping... I mean, Jace for Mihira alone seems a little greedy, but I don't know. Well, I can't let Mihira exist is the problem. Okay. Okay, they're giving it to me. They're just... If they attack... I mean, I'm super happy with everything now. Locking Badger Bear. Oh yeah, no, Gwen is hilarious. Her 3 is every turn that happens.
Come on, then.
More than happy to commit to that.
Punch it out.
I do not see an immediate need for Jace. I will instead choose to play... I mean, I will actually pass this time, because their open sucks.
It's dangerous.
That's... Yep, absolutely not allowed to exist. Okay, well, that's still fine, because we ended up getting the defensive combat... Or the offensive combat trick out on their defensive turn. I will choose to play Reggie here. Dawning, pretty funny. Hexbliterator. I mean, I think the Hexbliterator is probably best for me to take.
Awesome day for progress.
Really sucks that the Battlesmith gets to survive, though, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to deal with that. Silverwing Vanguard is annoying as fuck. But the answers that I have to it are very poor. I will likely take 6 to the face, but they would trade both of them away. That must be okay.
Looking good, Nug. Hop in.
One way to test him out.
Obviously was gonna happen.
Hold on!
We're okay with that. We're gonna play Jace so I can pull the Battlesmith, because that's my ooh, never mind. This slightly changes the lines, I think. No, it doesn't.
Nothing beats field testing.
We're now on turn 6, so I can play my cards every turn. Now that's just goddamn annoying. Just this round. Still worthwhile, I think. Worst case is like second form up. It's fucking single combat, really? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of sucks. We're gonna go ahead and attack the Badger Bear to preserve my Nexus health now. Fortunately, Garen will not be able to strike a second time, and I will be able to vengeance him on open attack, which is my plan. That's what I intend to do. I have 9 to play with, which means I can use this Hextech Handler as a blocker. Fucking Jarvan is here. Okay, of course Jarvan is here. So we're gonna open by killing Garen so he can't create the rallies. We're gonna go down to 9 health.
Demacia will prevail.
Okay, Jarvan will not yet start creating cataclysms, which is good. Actually, I have nothing to rush. I will bank my mana.
Reporting for
I have
duty.
nothing to rush. I will bank. We now have 11 to play with, which means I do, in fact... Actually, hang on, no. I am not going to create a Floor Begone. I am going to create... Men.
Tomorrow has never looked so good. There's nothing a little ingenuity can't fix.
We're going to send in the men. There's going to be a lot of men. The men are so plentiful. Fucking hell, that's really your hand.
Interesting use of tech.
The men are extremely plentiful.
Little help. Hextech engaged.
Finally, got it this time.
Very kind of you to grace us with your presence, milady.
Axel, shut up.
Okay, Albus in hand, nice.
Spare the innocent.
Kale here too? My god. Jarvan can't challenge, but I cannot afford to have him flip. I cannot afford to have Garen flip. I cannot afford to have... fucking hell. Kale will trade into every... Jesus! Okay, Jarvan is the greatest priority, right? Pay my cost to summon me challenging the strongest enemy. Fleeting Cataclysm. And a challenge give me barrier. I think Jarvan's the threat here. I mean, I'm never gonna die on this attack. I just have to be ridiculously concerned with hand on top of that! You had 2 Kales in hand on... Your hand had 2 Garens, 2 Kales, and a Jarvan.
Guide my sword.
Scalper for a smack you. Boy, out. Come on then. Punch it out. Watch out! Fight on! For Demacia! Punch it out. Oh!
What you got for us, Nugget?
I'm so mad that Kale
Stay resolute.
flips into something that Jace can no longer kill. Holy shit.
My light shines, just and righteous.
With me!
Oh, thank Christ. Okay, we may have an angle here, but this angle fucking blows. I have 10 exactly, and I don't know how to survive it. Because I truthfully can't. Deal 9, Albus doesn't do enough. You have the spell mana, I have the spell mana from Forge Chief? I'm not spending this! And it would do nothing, even if I did. Like... Am I gonna acceleration gate here? I mean, Jace dies is the problem, like... Hang on. No, he doesn't. Okay, I've decided to pass and convince them to Cataclysm.
Replicating the power spike.
That was not that hard to figure out, and I'm kind of ashamed it took me so long to do so.
Powering up.
I need to top deck a unit and pray they didn't.
Discipline and steel.
Okay.
No quarter.
That's fucking tragic that I traded Jace away and top decked that. Holy fuck. Really? Silver?
Answers, I have them.
I mean... Wait, they didn't spend their Cataclysm. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait. It's potentially... No, it's not playable at all. It's fucking completely unplayable because this doesn't kill anybody. Yeah, like... Yeah.
We must not relent.
Okay. One of our primary goals was that... One of our primary goals was to recognize, right? One of our primary goals was to base ourselves in reality, right? Our primary goals was to draw conclusions and devise a process that is based in the reality of whatever experience we're having right now. 2 of the last 3 games that I have experienced, I do not think it is a stretch of the imagination to say, when the opponent has a hand that unlikely to occur, that the game simply doesn't have any functional lessons. Now, there could obviously be small changes in my play, small changes, but I'm not at the level where I'm that hyper-optimized yet, and so it would be fruitless to look for them when the more long-term productive thing is to just say, I don't think there was a lesson in that game to be learned. Does that sound like it is fair and based in reality? Because the normal conclusions that I would draw is I would start trying to find a way to beat that, or I would start trying to, like, I might blame myself for that. Like, once in a while, they just draw better, and they draw so well in such an unlikely hand that, I don't know, maybe I should be trying to play around Divine Judgment. The only thing I can say about that is I've now been, like, assaulted by champion spells, like, multiple times in a row. How much does Divine Judgment cost? Even a Nuts player only gets 60%. I've seen lore players I've seen lore players get 80% win rates on their Masters climbs, like, in Masters. $6. So, yeah, it costs 6. It costs 6. Like, every so often, they will simply draw. To climb in Masters, you need a minimum of 60 sets. Jesus fucking Christ. That's not okay. Yeah, okay. So in this particular instance, I have to accept that extreme high roll. I mean, so I could go back and VOD review, like, the turn where I lost my Hexbliterator or my Vengeance or whatever, but... And my mulligan might not have been exactly appropriate. And like, they had so much to protect their Battlesmith. We have a Cane Trox, and so this has just the Cultist package and just the Darken. So it's very predictable what's going to be in here. Hexbliterator is an amazing pull. Although I would rather have... Would I rather have more men? What would I rather have? Ah, that's a great hand.
The bigger the hunt, the better the trophy. Aim for the heart.
Soul Harvest, kind of nice. Eradication, very unlikely to find anything good. Dawning Shadow is a development punish that I will take.
Shut up when I can.
Really hard to deal with on that now. Okay. Darken Aegis. We're gonna need to use a Soul Harvest to deal with something like that, but Kane can't come out until 4, and I need to make sure I have enough mana to deal with him. Shadowblade Fanatic. Once you've equipped an ally this game, create a Shadowblade or Shadow Fiend in hand. Well, that's just kind of rude, don't you think? Aegis costs 2. Kill a follower with 3 or less power. Well, what am I worried about with Cane Trox? What are their units? Buru Cultist, Forsaken Bakai, Keeper of the Box, Shadowblade Fanatic, Ambitious Cultist. Okay, Ranger Knight Defector can't be hatched once you've equipped, created... Okay, so yeah, most things get their value already, and so I will simply... I mean, with the hit card... Yeah. Okay.
Give it to me.
See, the issue here is... What the hell do I block with later? Oh, Kane is a 5, actually. Hang on.
I hate traffic.
Okay, let's think. Let's think carefully. We need to be able to hexobliterate Kane immediately. And the cards they would have to be able to deal with that. Mocho. Mocho is the only one. Mocho would consistently deal with hexobliterator. Every single time. I would have to Vengeance. Okay. So... this would cost me 4. It would leave me with 2. I would have 5 next turn. Any development they would have right now. Okay, I'm actually fine to pass here. I want to pass. That way I can make my decision based on their development here. I can make my decision to either play the men, or to Formula, or to Aftershock. And they've chosen to play Bloodletters, which is definitely something I could have thought of. So now even when I kill the Fanatic, he's going to create a Dark Enthrall, which is a minor issue. If I were to play the men, then I would not be able to kill Kane on sight. But he needs to strike twice, and he's not actually that strong. He'd become a 3/5 on attack. I'm choosing the Formula here. Yep. Okay. I'm choosing to take the greedy line, and I think that's, I mean, that's not guaranteed to be good for me, because now they can just, yeah, they're swinging with fucking 7 on open attack. That was not the correct line at all. Unless they develop Kane, but more than likely they're swinging with 7 on open attack. Oh my fucking god. Alright, Kane can still come out, and then... Bloodletters, Bloodletters. I don't want Kane to come out here. But I only have 8. I would need 6 to deal with him, and I have nothing I can do for 2. Okay, yeah, so I should actually Forge Workers here. For blockers. Because they've opened with their equipment. Bloodletters are a soft pass. Wow, Bloodletters are a soft pass. Okay, Bloodletters are a soft pass. That's nuts. They end up having Ranger Knight Defector instead, and they have... I mean, she's just natively tough. Okay.
I must have it.
Boy, help!
I mean, I'm not getting value on any of them. Shit, man. And a Mocho. What the hell? So no damage sticks. Oh, this is becoming very problematic very fast. Jace is very helpful, but only leaves me with 4. Leaving me with 4 is still better than leaving me with 0, because it still gives me an Aftershock. Okay, we're gonna play Jace. He flips.
This is the cutting edge of progress. Nothing beats field testing.
My lines are Vengeance, Hexobliterator, Vengeance, Dawning Shadow, Heimerdinger. I mean, I have to... My immediate priority is on clearing the board the best I can with the resources I have available. And this line gives me access to Jace plus Aftershock. The problem is, using that exposes me to fucking Dark Enthralls. So... Wait. Hang on, this is good. This is good. I'll take it. You burn a ton of mana. You don't develop anything. Wait, give me a Dawning Shadow. No? Play something out. Kane!
He will surrender the darkened weapon, or die.
Kane!
We will drown him in shadow.
Woohoo! Dawning Shadow! Woohoo! Nobody has any attack! Woohoo! Full neutralization? That doesn't matter, dude. You just wasted a spell shield.
I failed you, Zed.
Woohoo! That does not necessitate surrender at all. That does not. All right, well.
Mark today down as a success.
I'm going to write down Darken equipment is akin to an open pass. I may be pressured to... Oh, sorry, I'll say Darken equipment can be a soft pass. I may be pressured to handle the board or develop blockers first. I cannot default to removal. Wait, can I not? I'll leave that as a question. Can I not default to removal here? Because Darken equipment is a soft pass. That was a weird surrender, and I think that guy was just mad. I think he could have still tried to win the game, but you know what? I'll take it. So, guys, I got up really, really early today, so I'm probably not going to go for too much longer. I'm just going to check in on... Oh, shit. Okay, so that, oh, we have the bug. We have the audio bug. Fizz Samira, first time I'm playing against this deck today for some reason, and this hand sucks. Oh, this hand is bad. Hand is better.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man. She kicks, huh?
Okay, what are you trying to develop? Remember, it's going to be really hard for me to answer Fizz with Mystic Shot.
Yep.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm going to force them to use more resources. Use a second spell, please. Okay, second warning shot. That's... We get both of them out. So it's harder for you to proc Plunder. I mean, I just want your hand empty. That's my entire intention with playing that Mystic Shot. Stop all enemy spell. How does this work? How does this wording work? If Shock Blast is targeting something and Fizz, will this delete Shock Blast or stop it from... Ooh, that's Inferno. Yes, it will. Okay, that's problematic. So what I'm going to do is... I am required by law to Hexbliterate Inferno, unfortunately. Manifest from my hand. Alright. Okay, that's a really tragic interaction for me.
Buckle up.
Wait, 6 more spells. I need this jingling in my ear to stop immediately, please. Wait, Shelly. Wait, is that normal? Is that normal? Oh, it is normal. This isn't pure aggro. This isn't pure aggro. Hang on, I mulled wrongly, didn't I? This is main decked all out, okay. Well, in that case, I have to play Heimerdinger.
Eminently logical.
This is more of a tempo. This is a combo deck. Like... Yeah, dude, I was gonna block you for sure. Yeah, oh, I was totally gonna block you, my friend. Like... We're gonna make a floor be gone. We're gonna start being annoying. It doesn't target Fizz. Obviously, it doesn't target Fizz. It's the aggro deck that does nothing, but that's not an aggro.
My most groundbreaking invention.
Does that make it rain in it? No, it doesn't. It does have heavy metal, though. They took my Shock Blast!
I have a new method to evaluate.
They took my Shock Blast! Oh, thank God, Fizz is finally gonna die. Okay, so if I can survive this turn, actually, I don't think I'm supposed to swing Fizz. I think I'm supposed to, like, Hextech Handler, like, Formula some shit. I mean, it is what it is, like... We gotta attempt to do something with this, so...
Everything can use an upgrade.
They get Xerxai Hatchling. Alright, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Draw 2 at the next round start. Oh my goodness. And they have Stylish Shot. I'm so close to... Okay, how am I going to find lethal here? So we're gonna open with... Oh my god, wait. We're gonna find double Florbegons, and they're going to be fucking gigantic. They're trying to find my Florbegons.
Too slow.
Which is really tragic. Fortunately, my Florbegons are better, but they found my formula instead. That's what they found. They find another Burblefish. They have enough elusive blockers, which kind of sucks. Oh my god, their entire deck is elusive.
Groundbreaking invention to date.
Let's go, Declo! That's super good. I actually just checked. I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh shit, it dropped 3. I hope it's going well. And all right, we put them on 3.
This is gonna be fun.
No, man! It's exact. It's exact. It's exact. It's exact. No, it can't be exact. It can't be fucking exact. No, man! No, man! I shouldn't have swung with this floor be gone. Can't you shoot the shark and block oh. I'm a fucking idiot. Thank you. I'm a goddamn idiot. Thank you. I almost gave up. Are you okay? I am a cretin. I am a creature.
It's smaller than the diagram.
That was, in fact, Elixir of Wrath, yes. Okay. Okay. Brief panic at end because I did look at board resources this time, but almost gave up on the last turn I had to survive. I have blockers. Get me this. Get me out. Get me out of this client instance. This is so... I can't listen to this jingle anymore. I can't... They need to patch that bug immediately. Okay. I had to play that entire game with like high fish in my head. Okay, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Using the washroom. Yeah. Ooh, but I don't have a lot of energy left in me tonight, guys. I don't have a lot of energy left in me. I guess that's what getting up in the morning will do for you. Anyway, now that you guys have my attention, Flannel Ethereal, good shit. I'm so proud of you. I'm very glad you made playoffs. We will talk again. If you guys have any lines that you need me to go over that you guys played, I will be more than happy to. Alright, let's squeeze out one more match. Let's squeeze out one more. Getting up before 3 of the... You did 3 in a row! Okay, so this is my first experience with Jack Seraphine. Now, this is likely to be the fucking problem. At least, like, that's what I would perceive to be most likely to be the problem. So, let's find out what's going on here. It's a back alley bar deck. It's randomness. And the only counterplay to randomness is to hard beat it down. I have my beatdown cards here. It's champion-centric. Okay, let's go for it with this small. I think it looks good. Guesses in playoffs. Yeah, everyone else swarmed already. I want to go turn 3 men. That's my best beatdown. The 2 damage doesn't matter as much as pushing 3 and control, or 6 and controlling the board. I'm not going to push 6, but it's going to do a lot more on the board overall. It's going to soak some removal. It's going to progress my Jace. We got to go first because we're the beatdown, because they happen to be like this fucking deck. We're going to open attack with it. We've deployed the men. The men are out. We're going to have to snipe Jack. Jack 1 is just really, 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 really high value. I do too. I want a Loof back. Hi, Tiny Gwen. Help me. Aftershock? Wait, some field. Wait, what the hell are you doing with your Piltover Hellstones? Oh my god. Wait, what the fuck? Why didn't you save? Okay, so they just went down a card for no reason. Literally no reason. Jace beats Seraphine. Jace doesn't beat Jack. They would never play Seraphine right now. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
They must have clicked on. Yeah, it is in fact Jack. So what we're gonna do, Hexbliterator is a good option.
Help when I can. Shut up when I can.
We are going to Vengeance Jack.
Time to get bloody.
They don't care too much about that because he's not their primary win condition. Okay, now let's see. Oh, we're gonna make it rain. So Reggie's dead. Okay, let's see here.
There's another one!
Now there's a Coral Creatures. Reggie got JFK'd. Now there's an advanced intel. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Jace is flipped, though. Jace is flipped. He's flipped on 6. He would be threatening to the Coral Creatures. I would have a Mystic available. I would have nothing but a Mystic available. If I were to do this, I would have double Mystic available, or I would not have Reggie available. This would give me access to Reggie or Mystic. This is more flexible, and since I'm supposed to be the beatdown, this is better.
Tested and primed.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Chase.
Will do, Axel.
Jace gets Hexbliterated, which is fine. Okay. I don't know how to beat down.
Oh, I would love to.
The opponent must love never being able to attack or block ever. Oh, they love that, actually. They really do. They're the ones who go slower than me. They're the more pure control. Jack is just here for value. So they're actually completely satisfied right now. I think it was a mistake to play this. I think it ruined my Formula Hexbliterator lines, but...
It's an awesome day for progress.
Oh, Yasuo Leon. I see. I missed that one. Alright, Soul Harvest is a fantastic. Okay, I don't have Piltover Tailstones, so a bit tragic in it, but it also, they now can't actually remove Heimerdinger very easily. So, I know new cards cost 1 less, but even so. They can't deal with Heimer very easily now. Okay, beautiful. And now I can start Floor Begoning, and I don't think the Floor Begone is going to be, like, particularly threatening. Wait, I'm fucking... I lost my Piltover Telstones. That blows, but I will have 9 out of 10. I'll have 9 out of 10, and I will be able to create the Floor Be Gone. We're good. Ebb spontaneously hits Heimerdinger, which will be okay in the long run.
So pretty. Round and round and round it goes.
Flow is burst. I'm gonna overwrite Reggie here. It is highly likely they will have tools to deal with this, because like they could have any number of pings and any number. I mean, I haven't seen any high notes yet. It's actually a risky venture, so it means I don't have to replace anything. I could have sniped Heimerdinger so he wouldn't get coins. I thought of that immediately after I accepted that. It's probably not a line that gets enough value to be worth it. Refill too, for what purpose? Can you slow down? Oh, Caustic Riff. Did not remember about that card. Well.
Yeah.
This is still a very high value attack, so.
No kills, no entry.
That's actually really tragic that they pulled the Bark Beast, because I didn't look at its... Oh, please don't hit you. Oh, thank goodness. The guy who was going to die anyway is the one who we lose. I should have put a Mystic Shot on the stack. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. I need to calm down. Like,
That is what I pay you for.
they only have 2 cards, which is very nice. But I'm gonna struggle to maintain any win conditions on the board right now, because like they've already answered my first slew of them. I burned a Piltover Telstone, so the bar has to stay.
Watch out!
Shock Blast is an awesome pull here.
What you got for us, Nugget?
What you got for us, Nugget? A second bar. So that means new cards cost 2 less, correct? Slightly problematic. This is my best answer to Seraphine, so I'm keeping it. It's a funny hand, what can I say? Welcome to Seraphine Hell. I thought we were past this, but we're apparently not.
Watch the wares!
Orbed Chain. God damn, it's so impossible to keep track of. Three Mystic Shots. I have 3 Mystic Shots, 3 Hexbliterators, a Soul Harvest, and a Shock Blast. There's no obvious burn, so fuck. I mean, I just have to. have to clear something out, no? Okay, fine, fuck it. I don't know if this is correct, but I feel pressured to clear up my hand at least a little bit, and this will get value, so.
Younger than I thought. Oh.
Wait, they're drawing... Oh, because that's from the funny, yeah. That's from the funny. This gets me a forge worker. There she is! Kill! 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 Illegal! Die! Consult the heavens, sunblessed. Okay, neither of those cards are in your regions, so. Oh, draw 4. Okay, thank you, Seraphine. Very cool. We're just going to force them to get all of the value she can possibly get in this one sequence. Encore! Oh my god, this champion is so cringe. Oh my god! Now this champion is unbelievable! Dude! This champion is unbelievable! Die! They spent 0 mana!
Oh, shoot!
Icathia is gone.
Fuck this champion!
The tech's good. Not sure about the workers, though.
Oh. Stop it. Are you going to swing with these? Of course you're not going to swing with these. You're going to fucking aftershock my guy.
Punch it out.
I didn't print these. I drew them all. Well, I printed that one. I guess I printed 2 of the Hex Obliterates now that I look at it. Sin, also die, please. Fucking hell. May as well do this, I guess. Like, can I was supposed to be the beatdown in this matchup, but now we're just experiencing, like, why is she back? Put her away! Why did she not get rotated? Make her go away, please. Oh my god!
Quickly!
Stop it! Can I draw one of my win conditions, please? Oh my god, I shouldn't have played that second Mystic Shot. Now if I draw Heimerdinger, it's optimal to play him and I can't hex. Stop it! No, man! I should never have spent that second Mystic. Oh yeah, the random portals. Ah, of course. I fucking love it. Oh, it's so good. Makes me so happy to see this happening in my game of Legends of Runeterra. Stop it! Like, we went late against Seraphine. This is just what happens when you go late against Seraphine. Nobody wins. It's not fun. You have to beat her down, but my beatdown got shut down. Yes! A floor be gone! God is good! Put her away! A high note. Deal 1 to it. My entire board is gone. My entire board is gone. My entire fucking board is gone. We only have 10. I can't. I'm gonna die to beat down. Oh, Albus. If we can survive this god like forsaken cringe turn, we may endure It is, in fact, possible. I'm only going to take 4 directly to face after I spend my spells. Wait, Seraphine doesn't die to Hexbliterator anymore. What the hell caused that? Oh! She pulled Chimes! Yes! Of course she pulled Chimes on herself. Yeah! Yeah, she pulled Chimes! Yeah, because that's in her deck! Yeah! Oh, 9! Yeah! Okay, fucking... Yeah, that's cool, dude. That's cool, dude. Yeah, that's fucking cool, dude. Best I can do is this now. Woohoo! Woohoo! I love Seraphine! I love Seraphine! I love Seraphine! She doesn't make every game she's in tremendously unfun. Woohoo! Oh, she duped Warning Shot. I lose. Woohoo! 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 Seraphine doesn't win every control matchup for free! Woohoo! Yay! She's so fun! She does... You're supposed to beat her down! But then she has fucking Caustic Rift for your only beatdown tools! Woohoo! The only counterplay to her is to not be playing a control deck! Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah, she just beats me! Woo! Okay, at the very least, she hard loses to aggro, right? At the very least, she hard... Okay, let's see. Jack Seraphine. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Oh. Whew! 27% win rate against Lurk. Okay, that makes me feel better. Oh. Wait, oh my god, it's literally just this later game version of herself that beats her. Oh dear Christ, she beats Quinn. She beats the beatdown too. Oh no. Can I reduce the play rates? Oh. Confidence interval. Oh, look at all the confidence intervals. None of them are confident. Actually, see? Oh, 13 games. Never mind. Yeah, none of this data is any good. None of this data is any good at all. Look at the sample sizes. I took one peek at the confidence intervals. I'm like, wait a second. I just wanted validation. Is it too much to ask for? Like, any form of validation? Just at all? Like, can I have validation? Wait, that site only checks Masters players? Can I stop it from checking only Masters players? Ah, I can stop it from using only Masters players. I can include Diamond. There's actually fewer of these. There's actually fewer of these. How do I default? How do I go back to the original? Oh my god. Yeah, alright. I don't know how to approach anything against Seraphine. I fucking hate that champion. Like, she literally just makes the game less fun. Everything else is what, and like to experience her at the end of a day where I got high rolled on to this degree is astronomically frustrating. I have never hated a character in any game, literally ever, more than I hate Seraphine in Legends of Runeterra. I have literally never in my fucking life blamed a character for my performance. Until I met Seraphine in Legends of Runeterra. In fact, she made me so angry that I'm now awake enough to queue up for another one. Jin Leona. This is a scuffed homebrew. Okay, so, I'm not keeping any of this. They're gonna have the new guy, right? The permanent sustain, or... I mean, I don't know what this deck does is the issue, so... Obviously, this doesn't hit their champions. I mean, I would love to have Vengeance here. Yeah, I needed the Tellstones. Okay, we don't have any, like... Okay, the best thing we can do in this matchup, or in this hand state is... Yeah, okay, we'll take the Shock Blast. Maybe Ruination would have been better. Maybe this is a beatdown. I'm not touching that. We'll continue to get some value here. I feel like this is actually like Daybreak aggression, right? Like, Jin wouldn't die to my Shock Blast, Leona wouldn't die to my Shock Blast, Production Surge isn't very relevant here, but we can start progressing some stuff like... Ravun needs to be Hexpliterated. Ravun can't be played yet. Jin needs to be Hexpliterated fast. I will go down some mana here, but like we'll trade exactly the same amount. They probably don't want to develop into my turn here, but it's not like my proactive plays are any good when it just allows them development for free. Yeah, so I'd rather do this. I'd rather slow down the game a little bit. Force them to develop out something on their turn if they want value. And I found Ravun, and with the best answer to him in my hand is the Hexpliterator, which I'm okay with. Now, they could still have... I mean, Twin Disciplines is the best, but yeah, okay. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. I have 8 to play with. Heimerdinger. I now have 2 of him in my hand. I am going to force them to Sunburst him on their only development turn, and then they can't do anything anymore. He's going to get Sunbursted, okay? We acknowledge that he will get Sunbursted, and that the only reason I've decided to play him out is because I have a second in hand and want to stifle their development. This is a fork. I'm trying to fork them. Instead, they develop Leona, and so it's like we're kind of trading some development here. They're going to stun me now. They're going to stun Heimerdinger. She's going to challenge Heimer on spawn.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not escape punishment.
She's gonna challenge Heimer on open attack, and I don't actually have any. Base to top deck. Base to top deck. Base to top deck. Okay. No, I'm throwing Reggie in here. You're gonna spend some combat tricks to make a funny happen. I got bailed out so hard, actually.
Come on.
I'm gonna do it again. And I don't even care about my cards getting poofed. Yep, that's fine. That is outstanding Heimerdinger value. They could Sunburst one of these, but not both. we've gotten excellent Heimerdinger value, to be honest. Stun the 2 weakest, thank goodness. They have a Jhin in their hand. If Jhin is in play, stun the weakest.
The sun's splendor revealed.
Can I get a little shitter out? They're gonna Falling Star it, okay. Can I get a little shitter out? Probably not worth if I'm being honest. Stun the 2 weakest. No, it is absolutely worth it. I'm going to create little garbage guys. I got 1 for... Alright, well, it still achieves my goal of creating a loser who eats the Eye of the Raharok, so... I am actually in a rush to spend my attack token with Leona looking like that. There we go. Yep, so now she stuns. And, yeah.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren. Behold the sun's holy light.
I am going to choose to... Shock Blast this turn, because I find it unlikely that they will have a ton of different protection spells, if they won't. I'm going to now bank the mana to defend, I'm going to kill Leona.
I will show
Jhin is out.
of tragedy.
My line won't change with my current hand, so let's just mitigate as much damage as possible, prevent them from going super wide. Okay, 2 Vengeance Hands, kind of funny. They're gonna pull the Florbegon.
I have prepared something.
You did not pull the Florbegon. But you're gonna... Oh, but it's dead anyway. If... Deal 1 to the enemy nexus. Deal 2 to all stunned... Wait, what the fuck? Why are you taking damage? If Jhin is in place, stun the weakest enemy. Oh, fuck you. Alright, we're gonna have to do this then. It turns out it's actually Jhin that we're going to try to kill, not Leona. I thought it would be Leona.
My bliss comes in the moment before.
I'd rather take that damage. I want my Florbegon to continue finding value. Right. Stun the strongest enemy.
Ionia misconstrues our noble intentions.
Broadmane? I guess that makes some sense. They're healing Leona and drawing a card. Okay, what am I gonna do this turn? Sheesh. Well, we're sitting on maximum possible value here, so... This would create a Florbegon. That would be trivially easy to stun. Jace can create a ton of blockers, and actually... what line is most resilient to what they can do? I mean, they're just playing the board, and they just have some minor, like... I mean, they're gonna have a Sunburst, they're gonna have... if I play Jace, and then I get stuck in the men, that's not a threatening line at all. If I play Heimerdinger into this, Albus deals 8. Albus is 2 stun... Albus can get stunned too trivially, like by 1 day... Okay, so... It must be Heimerdinger into men. It must be Heimerdinger into men. It has to be Heimerdinger into men.
A sacred guardian fueled by holy light.
So, obviously, they're gonna try to kill this. Okay, so they play a second Broadmane, and it is what it is. We now have men to defend ourselves with. If they develop anything else, a Dawning Shadow would be quite funny. Actually, kind of tremendously based. Yeah.
Glorious light rains down.
I will choose to kill Leona. I hate the Armored Stomper so much. It's such a bad turret. That stifles a lot. There's now a warrior who's ready to kill Mr. Dinger.
Unbreakable as advancing collective knowledge!
I can't believe they rotated Flock, to be honest. Yeah, that's okay. There's no Leona to worry about anymore, so... I don't...
There's only one true light.
Valid.
Unforeseen outcome!
Trespassers!
I play Jace here. I play Albus next turn. And that gives me... I mean, he's dealing 10.
Will do, Axel.
It is unlikely a stun comes out now.
How's my Sky Cruiser tech working out for you, Albus?
If I paid for it, isn't it mine?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Powering up.
I need to hold my blockers, and I need Jace alive. No.
Stay, listen. Progress.
Technically, I do not need my Jace. Oh, shit! Shit, shit, shit!
Very kind of you to grace us with your
Oh, this is
presence,
an absolutely terrifying card.
art here.
He is so fucked up. Okay, so a surprise raw Eye of the Raharok is going to stun two of my guys. I cannot win without development. There's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush to cast this. I will have all of this mana next turn. There's no rush. I will have all of this. They have 2 cards. If they do anything that is not open attack, oh my god, Tellstones. Holy shit, Tellstones. Holy shit, Tellstones. Okay, let's see. Can I survive this?
Speak. A spurious proposal.
Wait. Hang on. fuck?
Impress me.
Pick a follower. Wait, why is that?
Speak.
Deal 4 to all stunned enemy. Oh. Uh-oh. I didn't. Are you fucking for real?
What's the solve?
That's just gonna kill me, and I can't.
Your curtain call.
Punch it out.
Oops. Okay, so that was my original intention. The reality is Albus and Shock Blast without Jace is enough. There's so many decisions on this turn I could have made differently. I didn't realize I was in danger. No, it's just... Okay. No. a sec. Okay, let me go first. Which card was that? Middle card in hand. They had that one before. I have the Raharok. And replace him with... top deck Jin 2. It was in fact a top deck. They top decked Jin 2. As soon as Jin 2 was played, I had no way of winning this game, and I didn't realize that. I didn't know. But they top decked Jin 2. Now, in this particular game, it is very scrubby to say I lost to a top deck. Let's go on and say, let's go on and see how I may have misused Reggie, because I was thinking I might have misused Reggie. Come on, show me. I let some attacks through. What did Reggie end up doing for me? Okay, obviously I didn't attack. What value did they end up getting? I let that one through. Okay, that's 2 damage. I'm still okay with this pass. I know nothing happens turn 4. I'm still okay with this. I think this is fine. We snipe Ravoon on the spots. I take another 2 damage. Had I not taken this 2 damage, I would have not died to Jin 2. But what did Reggie do? Did Reggie prevent me, like save me from more than 2 damage? Because I was not foreseeing any immediate value out of Reggie. This was forcing a reaction out of Heimerdinger. This I got saved by a top deck because I did not play around Leona at all. Heimer Fork actually loses to Leona without Formula top deck. See, I even got lucky. I even got bailed out. That wasn't a fork. That was just bad until this happened. Okay. Reggie ended up... The Reggies, because there were units they could trade with on the board, one of them traded here. I let another 2 damage through. I choose to burn 2 more cards, which is Piltover Telstones and a Mystic Shot. I use this to generate some goobers, which I think is a good play. I pull the Vengeance, right? That Reggie still hasn't done anything. It's turn 8, and he's still sitting there when he could have saved me from 2 damage. We finally snipe these guys away. I mean, I've just been letting their goobers exist the whole time. When I finally commit something, Jin comes out. I don't block Leona. They end up having brought... I mean, I did not know they would have... So if I'd blocked that, too, Reggie ends up just dying to... He just dies to Jin's passive. Like, he just dies to Jin's skill. I didn't foresee any value from Reggie. I just tried to get him to trade with the thing he would trade with. I just answered with removal, and then he ended up doing nothing. I took so much damage for free this game, and had I not done that at multiple decision points, then I would have won. I didn't recognize that this was kind of burn. I didn't recognize what flavor of beatdown this was. I didn't recognize how board invalidating it was, and so, like... Alright, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna go. I'm very, very frustrated at this point. I have lost, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I guess I'm 7 and 5 on the day, and that's not bad, but, like... My losses were so awful. Like, two of these losses were easy wins if I just played better. Two of these losses were the most giga obscene top decks I've ever seen. Not just top decks, like the most giga insane full hands I've ever seen. Two of them were statistically unlikely. And one of them was just fucking Seraphine, and I don't like her. I could have won 2 more games if I played better. I could have won 2 more easily. I could have been 9 and 3 easily on the day. There were 2 very, very, very winnable games. So, that sucks. Now, my overall objective for the day was to also identify some of the problem decks that I would have to keep, like, refining against. And the issue is... I didn't find them. Once again, I played against a different deck almost every single game. Almost every single game. Actually, yeah, I did play against a different deck every single game. And so I didn't establish any patterns, like sets didn't appear. Samira's not appearing as much as I expected. Samira appeared twice in different decks. Set appeared twice in different decks. I guess Set Karma appeared twice. Set Karma appeared twice, but they were different versions, one after the other. And that one I was happy about. Okay, so I'm gonna write Jin, even without Annie, will... Jin himself is inherently burn. Leona is inherently board invalidating. Block when necessary. Cannot confirm trades. For Samira. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even having a problem with Samira so far. I'm feeling okay against that one. It's just the weird... Like, when am I going to see Jin 2 again? Really? I've never seen Jin outside of an aggro deck, is the problem. I don't think I've ever seen Jin 2. And so in this game, I got knowledge checked. And that feels bad, but that feels solvable. And in the set game, the set Targon game, that one I just picked the wrong line, right? I got too paranoid about what playing Albus out would lose to without realizing that I would always lose to that. Like, there's no way of beating it. That's an if they have it moment, and that feels awful. But I don't know how to handle if they have it yet. Because I just feel like I'm fundamentally misplaying by playing into one of my opponent's lines, even if I have no other options. Well, either way, better passes today is an upside. We must acknowledge the reality of the situation, right? There were 2 games that I could have won after improving at the game. 2 of these games I easily could have won after being a little bit better, okay? That's actually a positive. That's just line identification. That's matchup knowledge. That's That's gonna be the not just spam. I don't... Okay, the other reality of the situation is that a lot of people on ladder just want to play their brews, and I'm not going to know what to do against them. And because they're not net decked, and I've never seen them before, I'm not going to have the experience necessary to deal with them. The reality is that the only way to gain the experience necessary is to either really study and memorize cards in my off time, or to just lose to them and gain that experience. Then I have to find some way to make that experience more permanent, make it stick in my brain. But the issue is, like, it's very unlikely to come up again, so I won't be practicing that, you know? Like, I feel like Runeterra, like, I am now having a bit of a crisis where it feels like every situation is at least a little bit uncommon. And that's upsetting. I mean, okay, end of the day, what did we achieve? We made it back to Platinum. We did not get very far through Platinum. I still need to make it... I still believe I can make it to Diamond within, like, 2-3 more sessions, and then we have to spend the time, like, really getting good, but, like... I mean, if I want to hit Masters, then I still have, like, quite a ways to go, because you need noticeably more than a 50% win rate to climb through Diamond. Or it's very slow. Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, my day one was kind of a fluke, where it was just smooth sailing, because, like, it just happened to be a small set of core, stable, consistent decks that I could learn to deal with, which was fun. But now we're getting into the brews again, and I just simply have to bring all that back. You lose all the time in this game, it's so frustrating. I would love to see the same decks over and over. I can learn to deal with the same decks over and over. Like, that's repeatable practice for me, like... But I'm just not getting that, right? Like, I absolutely loved seeing elite players on the ladder last season, because I was able to learn the matchup. I think the matchup was slightly favored for me, and, like, it was stable, it was consistent. I could see myself improving at that matchup. I could see, like, oh, I figured out the mulligan in this one, and I'm, like, iterating on that mulligan. Like, that's awesome. Like, being bombarded with permanently new experiences stresses me out. I'd rather have, like, occasional new ones and occasional... I'd rather have a healthy blend of new and old, like... But, like, the old has to be repeatable enough that I can iterate on it and, like, hone it and... Yeah, I just have to find some way to keep it all in my head. That Jin game was so winnable. I'm just struggling to see, like... I don't know. I don't have the game knowledge or the experience to know what my opponent's game plan is going to be going in when it's a brew. Like, it's just that simple. Damn. So yeah, I was hoping after day one that the climb back to Diamond would be faster, but unfortunately, we'll go. And celebrate a lot when you get your 1% win. Like, just you've been trying for, like, 50 games to make your funny combo work, and now it finally did. Like that sort of 1%, or... Yeah. See, I'm just not that type of player. I like building an understanding of the game that I'm playing. I like slowly watching myself improve. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm just, like, pursuing, like, kind of a funny thing over and over. Like, I've got friends who do that, and I can just kind of sit back and watch them do it if I really wanted to, but I'm just a different type of player, I guess. And you can see, like, I had my history of, like, funnies. But... I mean, this is a relic from when I really did not understand the game. But... Alright, yeah. Ground ourselves. It's okay. We're fine. I know, like, just Seraphine showing up at all sours the experience a little bit. And that's probably why I got tilted at the Jin game. But, like, learning how to identify the best line is so difficult. Ugh. At least my fundamentals are more refined. I should have thrown Reggie. Alright, well... I'd call that a win in terms of the don't stay tilted department. I'd absolutely call that a win. So I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I will be back during the weekend. I'm getting inspired for some video scripts, so I might be working on those again a little bit. Although I still have plenty of work to do on some of the me stuff in the background. So again, not a lot of... We're not going to have, like, very high frequency still, but I can at least devote the time to Runeterra over the weekend. So expect to see me again. Don't forget to love yourselves, respect each other. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.